ish. I'm gonna say good evening ish because it is technically the morning and technically it's late at night. But yeah, basically tonight, guys, we're just gonna kind of play with doodles. I just feel like in the doodly mood, so I'm just gonna doodle because I'm bored. You know, I'm just one of those kind of guys that literally just wants to chill out, draw a little bit, just because I just want to draw. So it's kind of like to me, it's more of like practice night where I just sit back, relax, get my canvas, and just start drawing something nice. Just because, why not? I mean, sometimes you don't have to always draw something to draw something. Sometimes it's just good to like chill out, reflect on your skills, maybe refine it, work on it a little bit more and stuff. So I think I am gonna do some lo-fi though. Nice little chill lo-fi. There you go.
see now.
killed that bug that just randomly was on my monitor screen. Don't know why. Oh, Tilly. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? And I welcome you to my stream. What brings you on by? She has an interesting little flair I made for her. Very different from what I've ever seen. And I just made this up off the top of my head. This is me doodling. It's like I'd say, sometimes when you doodle and explore, you can create something pretty nice out of something you just wanted to have fun with. Well, actually, I live in the UK, so it's not night for me. I'm good. You? I'm doing very fine, and I wish you a good morning then from the US to the UK. um, but yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just here this fine evening, just doing some art. Just needed like some relaxation time, So I'm listening to some chill lo-fi as I'm just kind of just really doodling. Uh, Let me take that off for a second. Ooh. Do you do art by any chance, Tilly? Ow. Or do you just like to watch artists? I do animation. Oh, nice. Actually, I was in college myself for animation. Ended up dropping out because my professors kept trying to force me to pursue 3D animation, and I wanted to do 2D animation. It it was tiresome, and I felt like it was a toxic kind of environment because of that reason. But I do actually have some animation knowledge. For me, though, when I started doing my live streaming 3.5 years ago, not here on YouTube, I actually started on Twitch, and now I'm expanding out and branching out because I want to grow my reputation as an artist more and more as I've gotten into this as an older streamer now and whatnot. And I think this is a nice little cheery piece that I've made. I normally always try to do like cheer me up kind of style. My style is really more pinup, but I want to expand my horizons besides just being known for pinup. So I'm learning fabrics and everything. It's super hard, by the way, to do fabrics, as you know. But tell me, when you do animation, right? Did you want to maybe share some of your projects? I tend to let people do that because I want people to be able to share their creativity as a way of expression, and also to get some names out there for people that might not have that recognition they so deserve. And I do it because I enjoy it. I love seeing people's stuff. That's like my biggest thing. I love seeing people's creativity. Um, and I just like to see what people come up with as concepts, whether it's art, animation, fursuits, everything. I just like it. I like seeing people do that, and I like to try to oh, what's the term I want to go with on this? I want to influence people to want to express themselves through some sort of artistic creativity, whether it's actual art, music, cooking, you name it. So if you want to share, you can. You can put a link in my chat, and I will definitely take a look at it here. And if you don't mind, I might even show it off as long as it's safe for work. I've had people send me NSFW art, and that I cannot obviously show on streams. Oh, with age comes tired bones. More and more. I like dragons. Oh, I'm actually right now working. Speaking of dragons, I am working on a dragon piece. I'm also, again, I'm a military veteran. If you read my channels like about me and whatnot, I'm an army veteran, so I try to draw guns at times, and this being one of those kind of pieces where I wanted it to be like that futuresque kind of piece where it has a firearm. So yeah, I haven't named this character yet. That's cool. Yeah, so this is my one of my dragons I'm working on, and then I'm also working on this piece of a kangaroo outback survivalist guide. So she's kind of like Steve Irwin in a way, except instead of talking about documentaries on an animal or information on animals, she's more of like your how to survive the outback kind of person, you know. And that's the design I went with her. And this is Marlene Flynn. That's what I named her. I felt it was very. This was an accidental art piece. It was supposed to be a fennec fox, and I noticed by the snout and the jaw structure when I was building it, it looked more kangaroo. So I never did a kangaroo before, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I never done one, so why don't I do something new? And again, these are kind of like what I like to do is sometimes like Bob Ross likes to say happy little mistakes. This is one of those occasions of a happy little mistake because out of it I created something so much more different, and when I can actually muster up the strength to continue on this piece because I'm literally doing a Bob Ross method to paint rocks in, and oh my god, it is a pain to do. It's literally starting to slowly become the bane of my existence to try to do rocks. So I'm just taking a little breather tonight and kind of working on this piece that I just doodled up. It gives me a slight vibe of like, because of the hat, like that 70s kind of feel to it. Um, but I'm doing something, excuse me, a little different with it. I don't know what I want to draw as the backdrop though. I don't know if I want to do like a busy, bustling city, or maybe like an Ikebukuro kind of area, or an Akihabara kind of area. I don't know. Hmm. That's that's the tough part. Is like when you're getting creative, like how far are you gonna go with it? And I don't know how far I want to go with this. It is just a doodle after all. It's not meant to be anything wow and spectacular. This is just me like messing around. You deserve more subs. Really? Do you think so? Um, I mean, I've always been a small streamer. I like to get to know my following, my community. So I don't mind being small because number one, I get to be more personable. I can be myself more, and at the same time, I'm not expectant. You know, I'm not having to be expected to do a whole lot at a faster pace. I can work at my own time, and just get to know people and chat. Uh, Really, my YouTube was designed originally to do tutorials, but I get really nervous. I don't know why. I don't get nervous in front of a camera, but when I am doing like something like a tutorial, I start to get nervous. It's really weird. So I get more nervous doing a video than I do being myself on a live stream, because I become so comfortable to live streaming that when it comes to me creating just pure content, it makes me so nervous. And that's my biggest thing, is that I can openly admit it, and people don't judge. I don't want people to have this expectancy of me to be a certain way based off of a tutorial video, and then you meet the real me and I'm a polar opposite from what you see in the videos. So I started streaming as a means of me getting to know you guys on the individual scale, and then I might try to move into some actual content creating again, because I do want to teach people how to draw, and maybe do like simple tutorials to teach people how you can use the most common basic shapes to create beautiful art, because all my stuff is done out of simple shapes. Sorry if I sound like I don't have that motivation or drive. It's not that I don't have that. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Yeah, it's not that I don't have the motivation or drive to want to become bigger. It's that I want to grow at a nice pace where I can get to know my community, from my oldest followers to my newest followers. Because number one, it gets me a connection and understanding each one of you on an individual level. And if I don't get to know you as an individual, who am I to be a streamer? Because to me, if I get the support from people like you or others that are even willing to give my content a chance and just want to watch me, I should get to know you in the sense of how you are as a person. And I feel like that makes a stronger bond than anything else, because it drives me to want to create more. It drives me to want to entertain you guys more. Because if I just do it for anybody and be like any other big name streamer, or big name content creator, it just wouldn't feel the same because I wouldn't acknowledge you guys. I'd be like, "Oh, hey there, how are you doing today? Oh, really? This happened to you? Oh, wow." And what does that sound like to you? Like the creator doesn't care. And that's the thing. When I started doing this, it was during the pandemic almost. I had literally started streaming a month before the pandemic happened. And then when the pandemic happened, I was stuck out of school. I had to do things to try to entertain myself, and then I started being a streamer almost full time. And I wanted to see people happy in such a negative time. So I made it my mission and my goal to grow a community in which people can feel like they can come to and be like, this is where I like to be. This is my chill vibe setting where I can sit down, chat, watch art being created, even maybe inspire me to want to do something creative. And that's how I went about it. How about you? What made you want to become an animator? An animator. Yeah, animator. English. It's almost 3 a.m. though, so I'm not surprised I'm going insane with my words and mispronouncing things. Hmm. Oh, that's what happened. My lights are out of view. There they go. Fix that. So again, like I said, it's not that I don't have the motivation or drive to want to become a big name streamer. I want to become a big streamer. I want to be known for my art more than anything else, though. But I want to do this right. And even on my Twitch and my other streaming platforms I'm on, I try to do it right. I grow at a nice casual pace. Well, I just kept watching Toothless X Light Fury, which is an animator trend, so I wanted to try it. I've never heard of this trend, to be honest. Um, Curious though, like, how does that work? Like, what do you mean by Toothless X Fury, Light Fury? Because I know that's How to Train Your Dragon, but what I'm saying is, like, what was the trend that came from it? Like, how does that trend work? Tell me. I want to know. Because to me, that's interesting, because I didn't know that DreamWorks was a trendy thing. Because here in where I'm from, it's all about Disney, and I do not like Disney. For me, I'm an 18 plus streamer, so clearly I want to revolve my animations more towards an adult audience, maybe college age, or maybe that young adult age, because I feel that there's a lot of adult animations coming out now, finally, whether it's independent, big name, doesn't matter. But I wanted to create something from the soul, like something that has good character development, has a good story. So I take my time with things. I've grown to know that the longer you take on things, yeah, people are get antsy and anticipating for it to be finished, but the results always come out better in the end. Oh, actually, There we go. Oh, it's like a series. So after they flew to the hidden. My God, what is wrong with my reading right now? Let me put on my glasses. This is like to make me feel like I could read better when I'm halfway asleep. It's like a series. So after they flew to the hidden world, it's the story after that's not by DreamWorks. I don't know who made the trend, to be honest. Lots of people do their own storylines. Oh, okay. I see. So it's fan fiction. Basically, what fans would like to have seen as like a continuation. Oh, well, that's actually interesting. I mean, I haven't seen that done before. For How to Train Your Dragon, I've seen that done for many anime, too many animes, and we all know where that leads to with anime. But that is actually an interesting way of taking it and inspiring somebody to want to create animations for a living. And in all honesty, I think that's kind of admirable. Yes, fan animation. I find that admirable. English. I get that you're halfway asleep, but come on now. I find that very admirable. Sorry, I'm halfway asleep, so bear with me on this. But it is an interesting way to want to make people get into animations, want to create things. And that's my point. That's what I really want to do, is inspire people to do that. My whole life I've always wanted to entertain people. But how do I entertain people? That's what I always thought to myself. And I've been trying to do that for years. Several different ways I've done it. All of which mostly failed, except for the live streaming. Henceforth, why we're here. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Keep doing what you're doing. Because you never know where your path may lead you. And I'm gonna be honest when it comes to that. You never know where you're gonna go. So why would anybody say for somebody not to do and follow their dreams? But always have a plan B and C. So for you, I'm sure you already have a YouTube and you're working little by little on it. You seem like that kind of person that would go ahead and do that. And I would tell you to keep doing what you're doing, and I would like to see what you can do. That's my challenge to you to want to create. I want to see and be blown away. So, if you ever want to share your newest updates on what you're creating, don't be afraid to hit me up. I'm literally, I think I put in my bio for this in the description down below. I did not put my Discord in there, actually. I have a community Discord, and I allow people to post there all the time. Of course, I have everything separated to where it should go. I'm a bit of a organizer kind of freak. Not that I have OCD, it's just a thing that was instilled in me since I was in the army. But yeah, I would love to see it. And I'm not just saying that, I'm being honest. I would like to actually see that. I don't think I'm old enough. It's 14 plus, isn't it? I'm 12. Thank you, by the way. Ah, okay. So then, what I would tell you to do, since you have some time to start, planning, and, this is me telling you to help you out. Learn storyboarding. Storyboarding will help you towards building your animatic later on. From there, when you build your animatic, that is when you can start working on your animation. And for those that don't know what I'm speaking of, what a storyboard is versus a animatic, a storyboard is, think of comic book panels, but really roughly sketched. I'm talking about, like, you can't even make out details. Just to give you a brief idea of how you want your story to go. From there, you move into your animatic phase, where you're doing a moving comic book. So basically now you're taking those comic panels, you're kind of dougie up a little bit, make it look a little nicer, and make it look more detailed, and then you start making it look animated. And then you let that sink in, you let your friends watch it, see what they think on it. And then from there, that's when you can move into your animation phase. So you have 2 years to work on that. Maybe a little bit more if you want to practice further and revise everything. But start while you're young. Take it from me. I got into art when I was 18. And I felt like I even started too late. And that's the honest truth. I definitely started too late. Because I had to learn on the fly how to do things. And I didn't have formal art schools, art classes. I taught myself. And then from there, now here I am, about to be 27. I do map parts too, which are multi-animator projects. And there you go. There's many methods to help you learn. But start now to have a kind of like that nice basic grasp. And then from there you can start, oh, I almost knocked that over. You can start moving into, when you get older, maybe doing some like side projects, learn a little bit on tutorials here on YouTube until you can get into college. And then when you get into your college, or I believe what you guys call in the UK university, go at it. Follow your dream, become an animator. I went to animation school, and even I try to encourage people to go and follow their dreams. Because I met a really wise man once in my life. That wise man was Monty Ohm's brother. For those that are Ruby fans, I'm not a Ruby fan anymore. I feel that Rooster Teeth has killed the series. But I had a very strong respect towards Monty Ohm. Because when you learn the story, the true story of how Ruby became the bee, this was a man that didn't give up. He strived for his dream. And if anybody could actually find the true story of Monty Ohm, it would be a great inspiration for somebody to maybe watch and understand. I guarantee you it's not a regretful thing I learned from. And he is literally my point of which I want to become. How do I get there? What I'm doing now. Get myself known, work hard, and keep going. Well, I'm definitely taking art class in year grade 9. Okay, so you're a freshman in high school technically when that happens. So yeah, when you get into those later years, really sit down and practice your art. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to practice now. A good person I could recommend to you, and he's actually British, but he's a fantastic illustrator. He likes to downplay himself a lot, but he's very well known. He's great at drawing, obviously females like I am, but he makes me look like amateur. His name is Mikey Mega Mega, and I really recommend him. He's here on YouTube. He's on Twitch. Really cool guy. Uh, Definitely check him out here on YouTube. He makes great and fantastic art tutorials. Definitely somebody, if you want to start learning now, watch his tutorials. He can teach quite a bit. Another really good illustrator and digital artist I can really recommend is Mark Burnett. Uh, I personally know Mikey Mega Mega. He's a good guy, so I will, like, say his name on my channel, because he also is another one that kept me going when I started getting into content creating. He told me never to give up. You're gonna see that at first you're gonna feel like you're down on your luck. Just keep going. Don't pay attention to numbers. That's why I don't care about numbers. Don't pay attention to the hate, because those are people that would never try to do what we do. And you know what? 3.5 years later, here I am, and he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. So that's why I put the same message out to people. Go do it. What's the worst that can come from it? There is no worst that can come from it. But you can't let yourself give up. And that's my word of advice to you. Actually, tonight's probably the nicest and most chill night I've had here on YouTube since I started doing late night streams, and I decided to pick mostly YouTube to do my late night streams. I normally get the occasional troll here and there. I think I'm going to watch other streams you do in the future. You're really nice. Well, that was actually very sweet. Thank you. The reason I do what I do is, like I said, I've always wanted to entertain people, but my biggest goal in life is to inspire people. Um, I come from a rough background. That's why this is an 18 plus stream. I do tend to curse. I come from a rough background in the sense, yeah, I was a soldier. And what I will tell you is this, though. I never let go of my dreams. I was made fun of all the time in the army for drawing when I could. And, it was really hard to draw when you're in the military, especially in my job field. My job field being reconnaissance work. My job was, watching people from mountainsides and seeing their everyday activity. But I learned new techniques to my art because of that. And what I mean is, from me studying a person, I can see different fashion traits, I can see different ways of expressions, and you learn cultures by watching people. And I'm not saying the creepy stalker way.
Um, but that was the cool thing. You know, it gave me more of a drive to want to do art. And I had sergeants that would tease me. They'd be like, "Oh, draw me a pair of boobs, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Get bent." And these were sergeants that would like tease me every day about it because they're like, "You're supposed to be a trained killer, not an artist," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it doesn't mean while I'm on my free time I can't have an outlet." You know, so what I can tell you is this: that's why I act the way I do on stream. I don't yell. I did yelling for years. I'm done with yelling. Now I just want to do what I want to do. That's how I feel. I want to do what I want to do. And I what helps me fund my streams was my job. And recently I was let go for reasons of which I found corruption with my boss playing with my numbers, and he stole money from me. When I reported it, he decided to have me fired by basically sabotaging one of my job sites. He went in there, mismatched the product, and then basically said that I was refusing to sell product, that I was disorganized, I wasn't friendly to customers, when all my customers I helped out for months. Lost my job because of it, because he was mad. So yeah, that's another reason why I'm streaming right now. It's to kind of get my mind off of things. So yeah, why? I guess the reason I'm nice is because I've been mistreated so much that why would I want to mistreat others? Bro, why would you do that? Again, he he's one of those that I can tell he was not ethical in his way of working. I think when they hired him for the job position, because he came in literally a month before I did, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he stepped into, and so he felt that he knew more. So he would force me to oversell customers that didn't push the product as quick. And I'm like looking at him like, you can't do this to them. It's not right. And I would tell him it's not right. I don't like this. It's sneaky, undermining, and it kills the trust between me, the seller, to the customer. Well, he didn't take too kindly to that. He didn't like that I spoke back to him. Really. That's what it really was. That he thought that I would be submissive and that I would do what he wanted me to do. And I said no. I told him, I served my country. You think I'm scared of you? You threaten my job every day because I don't make you the sales that you want, because you know this route doesn't make enough as is. And so when I found him playing with my numbers and he took $300 away from me from my bonus, you know, he told me I was trying to take food out of his kid's mouth, number one, which he publicly humiliated me in front of all my peers to say that, and was going off on me and my coworker because he stole money from both of us, $300 each. Me as myself, I told him, I'm not sorry because you're stealing food from my family. I take care of two elderly people and my mother. So what does he do? He got me fired. So I told him, and I found out right before I got fired that my coworker, he spoke to him in private, going like, it was only $300. It's not a whole lot. And my coworker told him, dude, you don't know if we have families. How would you like it if I stole $300 out of your bank account? Would you like that? I don't think you would. Why would you do that to me and him? My coworker was absolutely right. So clearly, he just was out for himself. He didn't care about anybody else. And so he was willing to sacrifice someone to secure his job instead of doing the right thing. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. It's an old expression. So yeah. Now I'm live streaming to keep my mind off of that negative space of not having a job. Because at the end of the day, that's what I like about live streaming. Whether I get paid or not, I enjoy it because I can be my own boss. I can be like, you know what, today I feel like playing video games. I'm gonna play video games for everybody to watch. You know what, today I feel like doing art. But you know what, I'm gonna do furry art today. And then tomorrow I'll be like, you know what, I wanna do anime art. So, yeah. I like this at times. I like being my own boss. You know, telling myself what I can and cannot do. Without that person hovering over me. I was just meant to be my own boss. That's the best way I could describe it. But of course, you know, still need to try to find a job. Because the bills aren't going to pay themselves. And that's the big problem. Bills really are not going to pay themselves. So yeah, that's why you did that. That's your answer. Great. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. I got to go now. I will catch you next year live. Not a problem. You have a great day, okay? Take what I told you and keep working on your skill. You'll see that by the time you reached my age when I started doing art, you'll probably be better than me. Because it all starts with a push. Now, I gave you the advice. You do as what you please with that advice. Whether you take it to heart or you just kind of crumble it up and throw it in the trash can, that's up to you. I gave you your advice, though. Now, I want to see what you can do with it. I'm still trying to figure out what setting I want to do for her, like, as a background. Now, if I wanted to, like, I don't know, she looks like she's going out around town. But I see it as a sunny kind of atmosphere, because this outfit looks more like, you know, fun, lighthearted. I would say it'd have to be the daytime for this piece. Yes, see you later. Thank you. You're welcome, Tilly, and have a great day. Be safe out there. Now, let's see what we can do. Yo, this lo-fi is really, really good, actually. I gotta remember this. and find this one again. Maybe I'll make her like with like a window in the background, kind of like one of those big coffee shops that overlook skyscrapers. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That would actually be kind of cool. Actually, I've never done something like that. You know what? Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen, right? Sometimes we have to take risks. And this is what I find fun about art. When you just can be as creative as you can be. I'm not using any references right now. I'm doing this all purely off the top of my head. I'm not looking at pictures of skyscrapers, nothing. I'm just having fun with this right now. This is just me doodling. Ah.
This is such a calm lo-fi. Like, legitimately calm. Alright, this is actually coming out really fun now. Tyler Raymond Silva. Hi guys, happy spring and 2023. Hey, thank you, dude, and welcome. How are you doing tonight? Yesterday was Palm Sunday. Oh, really? I didn't even realize that. You know what? You're absolutely right. It was. Yeah, I'm Protestant, not Catholic, sadly. So I didn't. It really didn't occur to me that yesterday was in fact Palm Sunday. And how are you doing? Well, I'm not sure what part of the world you're in, but for me, it's like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna say good morning, as I am somehow still awake. And tell me, what brings you on by? Oh. Oh boy. Hang on, give me a second to breathe here. Whew. Oh. Whew. Oof. 3:30 in the morning. Somehow I'm still standing. Somehow I'm still standing. Maybe the lo-fi is starting to make me feel a little sleepy. And I'm sure that's what it is. It is the lo-fi starting to make me feel sleepy. Ooh. And also the heat. Whew. Sweaty. Whew. Take a breather. Ooh. Though I think I know what some of the heat is being caused by is my sweatpants. Oh boy. Probably not the wisest thing to be wearing. Right now is like getting loopier and loopier. So I think right here is a good stopping point for tonight because I do still need to get some sleep and rest a little bit. Um, you know, guys, if you're interested in this becomes a VOD, if you're interested in my channel, don't forget to please hit that like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. It helps out a little bit around here on my little channel. And if you guys want me to continue doing this little doodle that I started doing, this is just a doodle. I didn't mean to make it this nice looking, like detail wise. Like obviously it looks like sketched up crap right now, but it'll get better. It's just gonna take some time, some love and care and whatnot, and it'll become a better art piece. If you would like to also check out my Twitch, you guys can. It's same name as my channel here. Literally same exact way that you see it spelled is how I am on Twitch. You can find me on DeviantArt. You can find me on multiple platforms under my name. I wish you all the best of luck and have a great night, guys. I'll probably do another late night stream sometime here throughout the week. I have a lot more things I have to do. Obviously, I have also my Twitch I have to take care of, so I do a stream there in the morning. Well, it is the morning, but later in the morning. And in other places. I mean, this is just one of many of my platforms I post content to, so please, it helps out the channel if you guys can just please give this a thumbs up. That again, the subscribe button, I almost said follow button, like if this is Switch, my bad. That nice subscribe button and that notification bell, it helps me out a lot. And to all those that came through tonight, whether you were hiding in the bushes as a lurker or you were talking to my chat, it was nice to be able to get to, come out and take a moment just to speak to you guys. Honestly, at the end of the day, I say this a lot on my other channel on Twitch. I do this for you guys. You guys keep me motivated to want to keep creating content. So please, I would like to get to know each and every one of you as an individual. So, yeah, comment below if you want me to keep working on this piece. And, maybe actually make it into more than just a doodle. I mean, again, I do anime stylized art and furry art. This is what I like to do. And nobody's gonna tell me that I shouldn't do it. You all have a great, terrific night. I'm gonna go die in my bed now and sleep. Because I'm going to be asleep for most of the day, I can already tell. Anyhow, guys, bye for now.